Have you ever had a trade go against you so fast and you panic sold? Well, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to have a strategy that you have so much confidence in that when the price goes way against you so fast, you don't sell. The important thing is to not sell off price movement. And the important thing is to only sell when your thesis has changed and your trade strategy is telling you to sell. I'm going to repeat that now. You need to not sell because of the price of the stock that you are trading, but instead because your trading strategy tells you it is time to exit. Now, I got Viking Therapeutics up here, and this is probably the third time I've talked about this name this week. I'm still in this trade. I called out this trade. I called out this trade this week. I told everybody, we are up here. We had this nice breakout of this bull flag. I would like a pullback here to the 9 EMA or the 21 EMA down to this volume shelf, get a nice pullback and get a bounce. And I got into this name because I have a strategy myself that I have immense confidence in. It's called the high five setup. Now, what the high five setup is, it's going to take in consideration a charting pattern of some sort. And typically we'll want to break out or a breakout and a retest of that before entering. Second is going to be a volume shelf on our volume profile with a volume gap. Third is going to be an uptrending MACD. Above the zero line is better and more bullish, obviously. We also want higher lows on our RSI continuing higher, uptrending, purple over yellow line, which indicates the RSI line over the RSI moving average. And we also want our trend to be red over yellow, bullish, uptrending, and continuing higher. And then once it gets in the overextended area, it's okay for it to go sideways. And as a bonus, I usually always talk about the Williams R percentage because it's a very key tool to tell you whenever a stock is bottoming out. It can also tell you when a stock is topping out, along with these other indicators all put together. And also, it could tell you when it's probably time to get out of a trade along with your other indicators. And let's get into that a little bit. So, should I have gotten out of this trade? Well, let's look. We had a massive move on the weekly up, and then we had a massive move down. And on this, this doesn't show after hours trading, but on this name was up 24% in pre-market trading. I can't remember what morning it was. I think it was it might have been last week, or it was or it was Monday. I can't really remember. Either way, in the pre-market hours, it was up like 24%, and that was one of the days that I was sleeping a little in. I was sleeping in a little to like 7 or 8 in the morning, and it happened like between like 4 and 6 a.m. or something like that. But it was up 24%, and then some FUD news or something came out about some analysts not believing their manufacturing is going to be able to get to scale or something like that, something along those lines, because they had great drug test news on their obesity drug and great results. So popped 24%, then it opened almost down, and then it crashed down like 14%. And I already bought a small 20 to 30% position in it with some options. And then as it came down, I said, okay, well, let me look at my indicators. Let me look at my strategy. Oh, guess what? It's all still good. The only thing that wasn't good was the uh, Williams R percentage. It had come down here, but it was like, yeah, I think it was Monday, because I was sitting here and I was saying, we are very early on in the week, and you have to remember all these indicators and um, these single candlesticks. They all move within 1 week. So one of these is 1 week, and then one of these areas is 1 week, and then these all move with the weekly in mind. So they move. So if it's a Monday, the move is going to be massive, and it's just going to show what a daily would show over here. But a daily moves much more rapidly and crazy than the weekly, obviously. So I didn't take too much into consideration of that because my high 5 setup was still intact, still good to go, and I said, "We are good to go. Going to continue, adding in another 20-30%." And then I completely built out my position, once we got this bounce, today, actually. And then so now we're fully into this position because we got this confirmation bounce. I got in it for all the right reasons. But the reason I didn't exit is because we still have an uptrend on the MACD. We still have an uptrend with higher lows in the RSI. Yes, we are coming down, but we have not crossed yet. We have not crossed yet on our trend. It's close, but we have not crossed yet. But I looked up here at the Williams R and I said, okay, I call for a pullback before we get into Williams R. I call for a pullback to the 9 EMA or to the 21 EMA at worst. And you see where my stop loss is. My stop loss is right here at $58.09. Because there's immense upside with this name. 136% upside. So yeah, I got an 18%, stop loss. But that's a 6.64, it's crazy, crazy number. I don't know why I did that one, but whatever. 6.64 risk to reward ratio. So my thesis played out. We are still good. And I'm sure some people followed me on this and, exited, when we had that big crash down. But I was just looking at it and I just said, and I think it's a great learning lesson. That's why I'm talking to you about it. I said, yes, the price is just cratered today, like 13-14%. That sucks. But it's a buying opportunity. There's no bad news. There is no bad news on this name. There's still only good news. I'm not going to take what some random analyst said about thinking that they can't manufacture the drug as bad news, because this company is huge. It's a huge acquisition target. And if they get acquired, they're probably getting acquired for double what their market cap is. And I believe their market cap, 7.67 billion. I think they get acquired for, around 20 billion with all the drugs they have in the pipeline if they do get acquired by like a Merck or something. And that's a double. That's over a double. I mean, massive move. So I'm taking all these things into consideration. I'm looking at my high 5 setup. We're still intact. We came down where I said we were going to come down to. We held where I said we were going to hold. Sorry. Or I said we were going to hold. Yeah, we broke down slightly, maybe like a 1% underneath the 21 EMA. But guess what? That's still barely under your volume shelf. And yes, the volume shelf comes all the way out to here, but like this is still technically a volume shelf right here too. It's just a smaller one. So it's like an Eiffel Tower. It comes out and it has legs, okay? It has legs here. That's still a volume shelf. So I sat here and I said, okay, our Williams R it shot down all the way down here to like 60 area. And I said, yeah, but it's only Monday. And then it was Tuesday. And it was Wednesday. And now it's Thursday. And look what happened. We climbed back. We fought back. We fought back. We fought back. And look, and you can look back at my videos. You'll see this. I think I made a video yesterday on the gauntlet video. And it was down here at like 60 some. And look, my gut was right. And I didn't sell because of the price action, and I held on because my high 5 setup was still there. And it was only the Williams R showing that, but it was early in the week. And as we got through the week, we kept on nibbling back. And now look, we are back inside the consolidation box on the Williams R. And if you don't know about the consolidation box that I'm constantly pitching on the Williams R, is whenever you have a break to the upside on the Williams R, and you can see here too, look, higher low, higher low, higher low. Guess what? We were going to have a lower high, but we didn't. So we have higher lows moving up. We have an uptrend. But I always say, you draw a box when you're going up. You draw the box, and once you get your pullback, that's whenever you're going to draw your consolidation box. Your consolidation box is essentially your tool for getting a sneak peek on when you should exit a trade. It is going to be the first indicator that typically tells you, hey, it's probably time to exit the trade. You don't act off it alone, though. That's what a lot of people, they act off it alone. They draw these red lines like I do up here, right? And they say, "Oh man, if it comes up here and touches this, we are overbought." Like an RSI. That's not how this works. It'll come up here and it'll cross this 20 line. It'll go sideways and sideways and sideways, but the stock will keep going up and up and up and up. I could show you countless stocks. I can show you in this stock probably. If we look back up, look at that, because I already talked about it. 733% move. Can anybody tell me what the Williams R percentage did? It came up. It made this support, which is what I was getting at. When you break up here and you're on an uptrend and you make in this first support. When you have this first support, you draw your box to the bottom of that. The top doesn't matter. It's going to come up here, hit the red line, whatever. The top doesn't matter. What matters is the support on the Williams R, the bottom. That is what matters, because when you break that support on the Williams R to the downside, you have what? A pullback and then a downtrend. So this went on a downtrend. It told you right here. It told you on this wick right here. It told you on this wick. And then what the next day bring? Bam, big red candle. And then if we look down here, oh, what's that? We broke out of the Williams R, and at the same time, we broke down on our RSI. At the same time, we broke down, crossed down on our stochastic, our trend. So you had 3 indicators telling you, hey, get out of the position. And you're sitting there like, what? What is this? We're up 128% on the day. Well, if you're up 128% on the week, sorry, then you need to be taking gains on the way up. Okay. Take your gains, take your profits. No one ever went broke taking a profit. But you see, this Williams R perfectly tells you, and then coupled with other indicators, perfectly will let you know. Not perfectly, I'm not gonna say perfectly, but a majority of the time it's gonna let you know, like, hey, it's time to get out. It's time to get out. It's time to get out. Okay. My Williams R wasn't telling me that. Yes, it had broken down, but again, it's a weekly candle, it's a weekly chart. You need to understand that. So if it's Monday or Tuesday, even Wednesday, if it's all the way down here, but none of your other indicators are telling you to get out, then you're good. You are good. I probably wouldn't have made. I don't know if I would have made the same decision to stay in it if one of my high five setups were telling me, "Hey, no." Like, obviously, if we would have broke down here to my stop loss or getting close to it, I put it a alert when we get close to it, so I can come back in and make sure we don't stop out of because of price, and we only stop out of because of the indicators. You just have to put stop losses in, because you never know what a stock can do when you're not looking. When I'm upstairs hanging out with my family, or, outside playing with my son, or making a cup of coffee even, this thing, you never know when news is going to drop. That's why you got to have stop losses. But you put little notifications before your stop loss. That way, you can come back in here and check up your strategy, your setup, and make sure everything's still good, which it was. The only thing was the Williams R. And I'm not going to only act out the Williams R, especially training as long as I have and understanding this stuff. You sit here and say it's only it's not. That's not even a hard thing to understand. It's only Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. We still got the rest of the week. We still got the rest of the week to have a bounce right where we're supposed to bounce. We're supposed to bounce off the 9 EMA or the 21 EMA, and that's sitting right at the volume shelf. That's where we're supposed to bounce. Oh yeah, don't even mention we're right at the dang freaking bull flag bounce retest area as well. This is where we were supposed to bounce. Now I don't know if this trade, I said it was I said I had 3 losing trades so far. I have 2 that I exited, Celsius and SNDL. And I count this one as a third loss because we're down a couple percent on this, but it's not a loss yet. And I got a lot of hate from a lot of people on this stock. just like coming at me like, oh, nice, like just man, people are such haters. People are such haters. They don't talk about the 14 wins I gave out. Some over 40% up. They just want to hate because, same thing with hymns and um I don't know, multiple other ones. People just hate, and you just gotta smile and say, "Whatever, man. Like, I'm just gonna keep doing me, keep trading, keep making my gains and money. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Not doing anything good for society or trying to help anybody. So whatever." Um, but yeah, I got a lot of hate on this stock because I mentioned it up here. And then we came crashing down and but in my video, I know I said in my video, and everybody's gotta make their own choices and decisions too with trading. But in my video, I said this is a volatile name. You need to be careful. Also, I said I would wait to build out your position until we get down to the 9 EMA or the 21 EMA, somewhere in here at this volume shelf. And if you would have waited and built out your position on the way down at the 9 EMA, 21 EMA, maybe like 25% at the 9 EMA, 25% at the 21 EMA, and then another 25% once you started seeing a little bounce, and then you hold another 25% of your position before you build it out until we get like next week and we go a little higher. Like, that's what you should have did. Like, and I said that. I said that in the video I made. I said wait until we get down here. But not everybody knows what they're doing, which is why I'm trying to teach you, right? So this video is, I'm trying to teach you. Like, I just taught you why I didn't exit the position. You got to look at everything. You can't just look at the price. You can't just say, "Oh man, we're up, you know, 18.59% this day, right here, this week. We're up this much. So I'm just gonna get in, and then the next week we're gonna be up another 20." Like, that's not how this game works. It's not how this game works. It's not how this game works. Have a strategy. Use somebody else's strategy. Have confidence in it. Build the confidence up either in paper trading or build the confidence up in, trading very small positions. I'm talking like have some small gains. Like, aim for, like, a percent a day. Like, maybe get in this and, like, "Oh, well, I got my percent, get out." At least until I get my trading community up and running and we can let in the right people and, and help, and I can help everybody, like, in a more in-depth way, you know, but until then, like, if you're new, like, you need to be cautious. You need to take all this at face value and just don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get out and go margin. Like, the markets are flying, and we saw the same thing in 2021. The markets were flying, but people got crazy with the margin and people lost everything. So just be careful. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to help you. Um, I'm going to continue putting up setups. Majority of them are going to win. I'm so confident in my high five setup strategy. If you don't see it yet, I don't know what to tell you. Like, whatever. Like, if you don't see it, you don't see it. But I know what I see, and I see a 14-2 record with a name that might not be so dead as people thought. So, I hope you gain value out of this video. I really do. If you stuck around this long, you're awesome. I know it was an 18, 19, 20-minute video, whatever. Um, I kind of get on my soapbox sometimes, but it's like a good soapbox. It's like a, you know, mentoring, teaching soapbox. It's not like I'm just talking about football or some random hobby or something like that, right? So we're talking about what we're seeing. I'm thinking out loud. I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I saw. So that way, when you start seeing these things, if you're in a trade and I'm not sitting there in front of next to you next on your computer, like, and you got in this trade, you can kind of think like I'm thinking and understand my strategy, how I see it. And it's going to help you. If you do get into any of these trades, it's going to help you be more profitable. So if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate everybody that keeps on supporting me and showing me the love. And yeah, it's really awesome. Things are really busy right now. I got I got a toddler, I got a wife, I got a family to take care of. We have a basically a newborn. He's only about a month and a half old, so things are crazy right now in the house, and I got big plans for this community and to build a Discord, and I got big plans and to bring, like I said, bring in people to mentor, um, and get them the profitability with this trading strategy that I have with the high five setup. I have big plans of helping people, um, and really building a strong community. It's just it's gonna take a little time just because of where I'm at right now. I need to be able to juggle a lot of this stuff, especially taking care of uh, our newborn son and helping the wife out because she's awesome and she's killing it. Um, Being able to juggle what she's juggling. So, but yeah, guys. So just be patient, but I'll keep on doing what I can here, and yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I love the stock market. I love this game. It's not about the money. It's a passion. It's a passion for me. The stock market, investing, trading, it's a passion. And if you want to be even more successful and really get after it, don't think of it like a job and think of it as a passion and like something you're constantly going to learn about and get better at because that's what makes it so much fun. So much fun. And you just get to be a nerd and analyze and just but it's awesome because you get to make a ton of money at the same time. But for me, it's not about the money. It's about the passion and like getting to do this and now having a platform to speak on and it's amazing. So again, thank you for all the support. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.